Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play series for Civilization 6. We are going to try a scenario this time, partially because, or I guess I should say mostly because they just announced a new patch yesterday that is coming out, and I don't want to start a new regular game until the patch comes out. By the time this episode comes out, the patch may have already released, but I'm recording this the weekend before, and so I figured I'd jump into a scenario. This is less likely to be impacted by the patch anyway. And plus, it's pretty quick. We'll be able to go through it relatively quickly. And then by the time we get done with this scenario, hopefully the patch is out by then and we can start another regular game. But anyway, here we go. We're going to try the Black Death. This is the one that was introduced in Gathering Storm. And I don't know a ton about it. I did watch a little bit of the developer live stream about it. So I know tiny bits, but it's going to be fairly new for me. And obviously scenarios are always just new mechanics anyway, so whatever you know from the regular Civilization game doesn't always help you in the scenarios, but still they can be kind of a lot of fun. But anyway, the backstory for this is in this scenario you must guide a medieval civilization through the infamous Black Death, keeping their cultural and scientific efforts alive as their population falls and faith collapses. The plague will sweep the landscape in waves, killing citizens and rendering tiles unworkable. Can you hold on long enough to sow the seeds of the Enlightenment, or will your nation collapse into disloyalty and despair? Let's get in here. I did randomize the leader, so we don't know who we're going to start as yet. Here it is loading, hopefully. Come on. There you go. Holy Roman Empire. All right, so the Black Death ravaged ravaged Europe and Western Asia in the mid-14th century, killing a greater share of the population than any other event in world history. The pandemic killed millions, ruined economies, upended political dynasties, and transformed the face of the Western world. Your task is to lead your nation through the calamity, keep your population alive, your economy strong, and your faith unshaken amidst a world of terror and desperation. We do get this Teutonic Knight unique land unit here, which I believe gets free... we'll check here in a second. A new sickness appears. Rumors have spread that a deadly disease has sprung up in the bustling ports of the Mediterranean and may already be on its way to your shores in the holds of trade ships on the backs of wagons. Watch your roads and harbors for the first sign of outbreak. You will need to move quickly to contain the spread. All right, so let's check here. The Teutonic Knight. So it's no gold maintenance, plus 8 combat strength when fighting in enemy territory. All right, fair enough. So we might be wanting to be a little bit more, aggressive with Holy Roman Empire than normal, just because we have a really good combat unit. Maybe get us a few more cities to help kind of keep ourselves alive a bit. So basically, here we are. We're in Western Europe. Here's Castile. There's France, or whatever they call themselves at this point. I guess it is France. Obviously, we have England up here. This is Castile, right? Yep, Castile. Then we have a bunch of kind of, know-nothing, lands over here, just little cities here and there. We're effectively in, I guess, Germany, as the Holy Roman Empire, which does stretch, I think, far enough down. Oh, I thought it stretched over into Austria, but I guess not. There's Prague, there's Vienna, so not quite yet. But anyway, so what are we doing? I don't know. Let's check the research. The research tree is obviously going to be completely different. In fact, really small, as you can see. There's really not much to research. You're not going to get very far in research because we've only got 85 turns to go anyway. Whether or not we get all the way through this or not, don't know. Apparently, if we get invention, we will win the scenario. I assume that if we come over here to this one, if we get middle class, we win the scenario. Either one of those paths will apparently win us the scenario. What else? Is there any other victory types or victory things? Anything here that we care about? If we read about the plague, over 85 turns, the Black Death will sweep across the continent in waves. It originates in port cities in every nation and spreads outward across the landscape. It can spread to any land tile except mountains and will spread more easily to cities, roads, coasts that contain harbor districts, and rural improvements. When the plague arrives in a tile, it becomes plague-stricken for a number of turns. When the turns are up, the tile will recover, but while plague-stricken, it suffers the following effects. Plague-stricken tiles cannot be worked by citizens, cannot be improved or repaired, and cannot be used to construct districts or add buildings if a district already exists. If the tile is a city center, there is a high chance one population will die each turn the plague remains. This chance can be reduced by constructing certain buildings or using certain government policies. Units that end their turn on a plague-stricken tile suffer 20 damage. Wow. To combat the Black Death, look to preserve your city's power to keep working through the calamity. Build essential districts while your cities are able. Keep your gold and faith reserves high, etc., etc. Okay. Fair enough. Alright. And Black Death victory. Apparently this is approximately how many turns until we win. And as of right now, we'll win in approximately 113 turns as our quickest victory. Which obviously that will speed up and fluctuate. It'll probably go down as well as our cities get ravaged by the death. I'm kind of tempted to get a few units to come up here to maybe take out some of these these outlying cities and stuff. Try to... Probably, if we do anything, we'll probably come down here towards Prague first, to be perfectly honest. So why don't we take our Teutonic Knights and head them that direction? Just to kind of spread our overall economy a bit. Let's head down that way, sir. All right, so research. We can grab the pikemen, but we have these Teutonic Knights. I mean, the Teutonic Knights are going to be really strong for us. I mean, if we're facing off against cavalry, obviously we're going to want the pikemen. The guild hall here is pretty solid. Walled quarters. 50% chance to avoid plague deaths each turn. That's really nice. Plus it gets us housing, culture, gold, faith, science, all that stuff. I actually like castles first. Let's go down that route first and see what that does for us. All right, what are we going to do here? I mean, obviously, as we can see, a lot of these productions are ridiculously expensive, but it looks like we can get some faith and some gold to speed a few things up. It's tempting to grab an archer to help out a little bit. Also builders that we can grab, markets or granaries, I should say. Let's go with just pure production for the moment. Apparently you can build a harbor in that little lake. That's kind of funny, actually. You could do aqueduct. Housing is an issue at the moment. Well, it's going to eat up some of the food, though. I kind of think I want to do a campus. There's a couple good campus sites over here where these sheep are. I may eat up this one. It's one less science per turn, but we're probably going to be okay without the food there, though. I think that's going to be fine. All right, you. Oh, wow, you actually have apparently a lot of production, which is good to see. Your housing is pretty bad, so we'll go ahead and grab the granary in 5 turns, maybe. Maybe this is a good idea, maybe not. Your production is terrible. Could purchase the workshop here in a few turns to give you a little bit more production. Yeah, your production is really bad. Guess we need some builders to get out there and help us out a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Any good holy site spots? I mean, not really. I mean, 2's the most. I'm just going to come down here and just probably plop it on this one. It's going to be fine. Just to get something going. All right, you do have good production, though. Your housing is also capped, so let's go ahead and grab your granary as well. Help our population a little bit. Your production's at least something. Grab an aqueduct. Probably okay. Guess I'm figuring higher population cities will be able to survive longer. That's my thought process. I'm also thinking we're probably going to need to get a lot of builders running around to improve things so that we can actually produce stuff. So everybody needs more housing. Fair enough. We do have a couple builders at least. Hook up a few lumber mills probably is a good idea. Here's a builder. Yeah, let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Actually, that stone over there is within range. Guess we'll go hook that up. You have a builder as well. Your production is at least passable. I'll come down here and hook up on mine, I think. And we'll start with that. That is our first turn. 9 minutes into the game. 1 turn down. There's a lot of lead up, I guess. We are losing faith, really. Okay. We're also losing gold. Okay, that's not good. I honestly don't know if our two Teutonic Knights can do enough damage to Prague over here, but I figured it's worth trying. I mean, he doesn't have walls or anything like that, so I feel pretty safe doing some pretty aggressive attacks here. All right, you're going to go ahead and hook us up a lumber mill. Give us a little bit more production here. You're going to go ahead and hook up us a mine. Also try and help with some production. Try and get some builders out for these other cities. Alrighty. 8 turns until a few things come up to change a few more stuff. And I guess some of the production stuff is going to come up that's going to help out a little bit. Honestly, I don't know if there's anything to do except just hook up a bunch of lumber mills and things. Help us out. Yeah, I think I'm going to go to... I don't know. 1, 2, 3, probably over here. Hook that lumber mill up. Alright, so this should... Actually, I'm going to go ahead and rest you. He'll probably kill himself against me. If he doesn't, then that's fine, but I just want to kind of get rested up a little bit. Still got 7 turns till anything comes up. Outbreak. The plague has arrived in Strasbourg. No longer merely rumored, the disease is now among us and the population is descending into terror and panic. The death toll may be inescapable, but we must still keep the city stable while slowing further spread. Unlocked Plague Doctor. A civilian unit that can shorten the plague's duration on plague-stricken tiles and restore loyalty to cities. Plague Doctors can be used 2 times. This can be increased with the Studia Generalia policy. Okay. So Strasbourg is down here. Oh, I can definitely see the plague. Ouch. Okay. Fair enough. And the Plague Doctor's right there. If we had faith, we could buy it with faith. If we had gold, we could buy it with gold, but we don't have either. Yeah, we got to get our economy in a good place. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we can't do that because of the district's contaminated. I guess we'll work on a Plague Doctor if it comes out in time. Awesome. So your aqueduct is done. So your housing is going to be in a good place. You're going to be able to start growing again. You can do the granary. You can do the lighthouse. Can we get trade routes? If we can get trade routes. If we get the the market or the lighthouse. Let's grab the market, I guess. It's going to take so many turns, though. I'm actually going to switch you over to production. Try and speed that up a little bit. Alright, you're going to keep doing this, I suppose. I suppose that's one good thing about being over here. We got a lot of woods compared to a lot of other people. So maybe that's going to be helpful for us. Alright, you got 1 charge left. If you sneak up here, you'll be able to plop down another mine before this guy gets up here. Alright, we could do an attack here. But I may wait for my companion to get up here to help us out a little bit. Just heal up a little bit more. Alright, so we did lose this pop. It's going to slow things down quite a bit. In fact, let's go ahead and focus on production here as well. That will speed things up a bit more. You have 1 build left. I guess there's no reason not to just hook up the last lumber mill here. You're going to drop the mine. Guess that's fine. Pretty much everybody just kind of focus on production for right now. Just really feel like we need to get some of this stuff out. Oh, yeah, that's much better. I should have done that sooner. Oh, yeah. A lot more production. Just really get some of these things out as quickly as possible. All right, I'm going to go ahead and, I guess, keep doing the lumber mills. We got 4 turns on castles. So those walled quarters will help. Man, look at the plague spread. It's crazy. I love this effect. It's really cool looking. All right, knight. Go ahead and get down here so we can grab the city. Treasury bankrupt. We'll lose, yeah, we're losing a whole bunch of money right now, and that's not much we can do about it. I don't think we have, I mean, I guess you can focus on gold, but that doesn't really help us that much. We're better off getting the trade route out as soon as possible, or the market specifically. You could also do a market, which I think is an excellent idea. We've got to get our money situation in check. If you pillage, you get some science, which, you know, it's not bad. Yeah, the plague is spreading so badly. About to get into a couple of our other cities here soon. All right, you're going to go ahead and go for the market as well. And I do want the library too, but I feel like we got to fix our money situation right now. Even though we have units that don't cost, you know, money, you know, that's not... It's not going to last us very long. Probably a commercial hub over here. Again, money seems to be our biggest issue. Faith is also an issue, but it seems to be not costing us anything by being negative right now. Alright, let's start. The plague is spreading like crazy. Does it say how many turns is left? 8 turns. Wow. That's insane. That is insane. Alright, granary is completed, so that's going to help our housing a little bit. I mean, I guess we can do the lighthouse to get us another trade route here. Try and do as much as we can before it's too late. Alright, you're going to take the attack. Do I want to take the attack with you? It might leave you a little bit vulnerable, but I think we'll be okay. And you'll be at least in the city. So that's good. Yeah, it's fine. We'll keep the city. You're going to focus on production and getting us a... I mean, your housing is fine for the moment. You at least have a holy site. Let's try to get some faith coming in. Alright, so the plague is spreading that direction, starting to affect some of our compatriots. So I'm guessing our turn to victory sped up for a few people. Still well outside the number of turns in the scenario for us. Outbreak, Munich. Alright. There's castles. Right, you've got a promotion. Perfect. So we'll take Battle Cry here. You're going to go ahead and just fortify to Hild. Let him... I don't think he can... Well, just in case he can. I'm going to take an attack here. Try and weaken him as much as possible. I don't think he can take us out, but we'll see. So Munich does have it now, which is unfortunate. It's definitely slowing things down a lot. Wow, we're down to 17 turns here. Just the population is basically just disintegrating. Still 6 turns left there. Nothing we can do about it. We may... I'm assuming that city is just going to disappear. Which is crazy to think about. Alright, if we go get sewers, that'll give us even more avoidance of deaths. As well as mass graves. So both of those seem very relevant. We're going to lose a lot this first wave. I'm hoping that we can recover from this first wave enough to be okay the next wave. I don't know that you're going to be able to build this in time, but I feel like we have to try. It does give us housing, which is awesome. I guess it gives us faith for being next to something over here. That's pretty cool. Sure, let's just stick it over here then. Walled quarter. About to get a commercial hub, which will also get us a trade route. That's useful. Alright, so the cavalry unit did run away. So we have a couple civics here. Extra food. Unit maintenance reduction, which we don't really have any units. So I don't know if those will matter that much. We'll grab Filthy, because I think we're going to be doing a lot of that. Guess we'll grab Serfdom. I mean, If we get higher population cities, then they're more likely to be able to survive. Population stagnant, so maybe it can't go below 1. So that's good, I suppose. All right, civics. What's next? Plague doctors and scholars get extra stuff. That's good. Campus adjacency, kind of nice. I kind of feel like we need to pick this one up, though. We're so low on golden faith that I feel like we need to get that in check. All right, so the market can't be worked on right now. We could probably start working on the library, but it's about to get spread as well. We might as well start working on a plague doctor, I guess. At this point, you should go ahead and get a walled quarter as soon as possible. We'll stick it over here, I suppose. Alright, so you're good. You're going to try and heal up to full. And then I guess we'll keep going on the attack. Maybe go after Vienna next. Treasury is still bankrupt. Sure is hurting our loyalty. How many more turns here? 5 more turns. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Obviously, we want to get you guys out of here as soon as possible so that you're not like just dying from the plague that's coming up. I guess I'm going to go ahead and move you, advance you a little bit. See what Vienna has to offer. So Erfurt is is under assault from the plague. Probably going to affect this walled quarter here soon, so it's not going to finish, unfortunately. These plague doctors don't look like they're going to finish very quickly either. Yeah, I don't know. Not much we can do. Just accept this first wave and just recover as quickly as we can after this. All right, we're going to go ahead and put a cut in there. This is an interesting scenario for sure. We shall see. I do appreciate you watching. We've only got, what, 60, 72 turns left in this scenario? So we shall see. I do appreciate you watching, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.